The Disappearance of Lily Harper. Harperville was a small, picturesque town nestled in the heart of the Midwest. With a population of just over 3,000, it was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone. Crime was rare, and the town prided itself on its tight-knit community. Lily Harper, a 17-year-old high school senior, was one of the town's brightest stars. She was an honor student, a talented musician, and beloved by her peers. Her parents, Tom and Susan Harper, were well-respected members of the community. It was a crisp autumn morning when Lily vanished. On October 12, 2022, she left for school but never arrived. When her parents discovered she hadn't attended classes, panic set in. They contacted the police, and a search was immediately launched. The entire town mobilized to look for Lily. Volunteers scoured the woods, fields, and every corner of Harperville. Posters with her smiling face were plastered everywhere. Days turned into weeks, and hope began to wane. Detective Sarah Mitchell, a seasoned investigator, was assigned to the case. She knew that in cases like this, time was of the essence. She began by interviewing Lily's friends, family, and teachers. Everyone described Lily as a happy, well-adjusted teenager with no known enemies. Sarah's instincts told her to dig deeper into Lily's life. She obtained her phone records and social media activity, looking for any clues that might lead to her whereabouts. It wasn't long before she stumbled upon something unusual. Lily had been communicating with someone online, a person she referred to as D. The messages were frequent and intense. D had convinced Lily that they were soulmates and had even proposed meeting in person. The last message Lily sent before her disappearance read, "I'm ready to meet you." Sarah traced the IP address of D to a neighboring town, but the trail went cold. Whoever D was, they were very careful to cover their tracks. Sarah decided to broaden the investigation, involving cybercrime experts to help unmask D. Weeks turned into months with little progress. The town was gripped by a mixture of fear and sadness. Tom and Susan Harper were living a nightmare, clinging to the hope that their daughter would be found. Then, a breakthrough came. A farmer on the outskirts of Harperville discovered a makeshift campsite deep in the woods. Among the items left behind were Lily's backpack and a diary. The diary detailed her interactions with D and expressed her excitement and fear about their impending meeting. With the diary in hand, Sarah and her team intensified their search for D. The cybercrime unit traced the messages to a man named David Miller, a 45-year-old recluse living in a dilapidated farmhouse. David had a history of mental illness and a disturbing online presence. Sarah and her team obtained a warrant and raided David's home. What they found was chilling: a room filled with photos of Lily, taken without her knowledge, and detailed plans for their new life together. But Lily was nowhere to be found. David was brought in for questioning. He denied knowing anything about Lily's disappearance, claiming he had never met her in person. Sarah knew he was lying, but without Lily or more concrete evidence, their case was shaky. The pressure was on. The town was demanding answers, and the Harpers were on the verge of collapse. David admitted to luring Lily to his farmhouse. He painted a twisted picture of his obsession with her, believing they were destined to be together. When Lily arrived and realized the reality of the situation, she tried to escape. In the struggle that ensued, David accidentally killed her. He led Sarah and her team to a shallow grave in the woods where Lily's body was found. The town of Harperville was plunged into mourning. The Harpers were devastated, their worst fears confirmed. David Miller was charged with kidnapping and murder. The trial was swift, and he was found guilty on all counts. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. While justice was served, the pain for Lily's family and the community remained. Harperville would never be the same. The loss of Lily Harper left a permanent scar. Her memory, however, lived on through scholarships set up in her name and a memorial in the town square.